Yennefer zaczęły jednoczyć rozbitą lożę czarodziejek. W tym czasie Avalach szykował swój własny plan. Elfi wiedzący postanowił odciąć króla Dzikiego Gonu od wsparcia w jego własnym królestwie. Wraz z Geraltem wyruszył na wyprawę przez inne światy do miasta Tir Nalia, gdzie urzędował Gels, namiestnik Eredina. Gels był lojalnym zwolennikiem poprzedniego władcy ludu Olch. Gdy dowiedział się, że Eredin dopuścił się królobójstwa, obiecał pomóc w pokonaniu uzurpatora.
Hello everyone, once again, welcome back to The Witcher 3. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Gary? How you doing, Big C? You ready for some more Witcher 3? Because I am. Crap. Okay, for some stupid reason, YouTube won't let you view the community tab on the iPad. Because the iPhone works, and the desktop, of course, works, but for some reason, the iPad version exclusively doesn't have it. Anyway, apparently I gotta talk to Triss next. As you may have noticed, I broke out of prison on my own, and I also unlifted a lot of my inventory on my own because I was over-encumbered. So I've got a little bit of leeway now. Not too much, but, you know, a little bit. Actually, since this has a unique cursor, I should turn cursor recording on. That's something I usually turn off because it would normally interfere. Missed last week's, can only hang around for an hour today, but let's see where we get to. That's fine. I mean, obviously you're not obligated to watch my streams. Anytime you actually can watch is greatly appreciated. Hey, how's it going, Zoltan? You a little terror, you? Alright, let's go talk to Triss. Hello, Triss.
Witaj, Triss.
Czy ty postradałeś zmysły? Sami pojechaliście na Imlerita? Na sabat? Jak mogłeś tak narażać Ciri?
She wanted me to. Calm down, it went well.
Nie przesadzaj, jesteśmy cali i zdrowi. Czego nie można powiedzieć o Imlericie.
To jedyne, co mnie pociesza, ale nie usprawiedliwia ciebie. Wiesz, co mogło się stać?
Wiem.
Oh, that's interesting, Big C.
Żeby Ciri coś się stało.
He never put her in danger. She wanted to. What was he gonna do? Can you say no to that face, Triss? Tell me. You try saying no to that face. It's pretty tough. Passed some pyres on the way in. Non-humans.
Na przedmieściach minęliśmy stosy. Płonęli na nich nie ludzie.
Jest coraz gorzej. W mieście nie ma czarodziejów, więc łowcy musieli sobie znaleźć nowego wroga. Musimy jak najszybciej pozamykać wszystkie sprawy i wynosić się stąd.
Any success summoning members of the Lodge?
Jak idzie z lożą? Kto może nam pomóc?
Nie jest dobrze. Ida odmówiła, a Franceska za żadne skarby nie opuści swojego państewka, gdy wokół wrze wojna. Nie wiemy, co się dzieje z Fringillą. Nie byłyśmy w stanie się z nią skontaktować.
Razem z Jen odbiliśmy Margaritę.
Wiem, Jaskier przygotował jej pokój na piętrze. Odpoczywa i powoli dochodzi do siebie.
A co z Keirą i Filippą?
Keira? Myślałam, że kto jak kto, ale akurat ty będziesz wiedział.
Mało kto potrafi odmówić czarodziejce. Keira Metz miała swoje sposoby, żeby postawić na swoim. Ale gdy zażądała notatek czarodzieja Aleksandra, odmówiłem jej. W gruncie rzeczy Keira potrzebowała impulsu, żeby zacząć nowe życie. Znalazła go w zupełnie nieoczekiwanym miejscu. Po latach nikt nie pamiętał, że twórczyni leku na zarazę Katriony ukrywała się jako wiejska czarownica. Widziałem gorzej dobrane pary. Mam nadzieję, że im się poszczęści.
Okay, so things worked out pretty well for her. That's good.
Znalezieniem Filipy. Przeprowadziłam małe dochodzenie i dowiedziałam się kilku interesujących rzeczy.
Mianowicie?
Wolisz krótszą czy dłuższą wersję?
And that sounds interesting, Big C. Sorry, I'm not going to respond all throughout this. That's good. I'm glad that at least Porking her got her the good ending, so it was probably worth it. At least the two main ones don't really care either way. So, yeah. Anywho, sounds fun that I get to break his ankle. Maybe I'll take it up on that. I didn't answer sooner because I don't want to cut the characters off and talk over them long. Want to know the details.
Mów wszystko ze szczegółami.
Po ucieczce z Lockmuin trafiła tutaj, do Nowigradu. Poprosiła o pomoc dawnego kochanka, czarodzieja Artura de Vlesty.
Filipa i dawny kochanek. Coś czuję, że ta historia nie skończy się słowami, żyli długo i szczęśliwie.
Filipa wystawiła go kiedyś na pośmiewisko i Artur chciał się zemścić. Przekonał ją, że pod postacią sowy będzie bezpieczniejsza i zapiął jej na nodze obrączkę z dwimerytu. Niedługo potem zaczęły się prześladowania czarodziejów. Artur był jedną z ofiar, a jego majątek zlicytowano. Tak się złożyło, że podczas aukcji przechodził tamtędy nasz znajomy krasnolud.
Zoltan, czyli Filipa cały czas była pod naszym nosem.
Była, aż parę dni temu Zoltan przegrał ją w karty.
I don't know if I should say no way or figures. Because honestly, that doesn't entirely sound like something he wouldn't do. Figures.
No tak, cały Zoltan.
Pojawił się tu pewien człowiek, oskubał Zoltana do cna, a na koniec zaproponował, żeby zagrali o sowę. Oczywiście wygrał, po czym grzecznie podziękował za grę i wyszedł.
Kto to był? Wiadomo, gdzie mieszka?
Na pewno nie pochodzi stąd, nikt go nie zna.
Świetnie. Mamy jakikolwiek trop?
Mamy to.
To jej pióro. Myślisz o
The
dywinacji?
final battle already?
Stosujemy hydromancję
You mean there's not that
i
much time left in this game?
Musimy znaleźć jakąś fontannę na uboczu.
Alright, let's go now. Alright, let me know when we're about to approach the final battle, so to speak. I think I should give it its own Let's Stream.
No to w drogę.
Like I did with Breath of the Wild. Because with Breath of the Wild, I probably could have beaten Calamity Ganon if I had just rushed it. But I decided that I should get all the memories and dedicated it to its own live stream, you know, for a grand finale. I figure I should do the same for this. When it's about to get to the final battle, if I have time left, I'll just do something else,
Tutaj.
Nikt nie powinien nam przeszkadzać.
and I should just save it for the final live stream next
Jakże
week.
uważnie, nic nie może nam umknąć.
Know what I mean?
Gremed vir, probeir megeila feilte.
Co to?
Nic. Obraz wstępny.
Co?
Nie przerywaj,
Oh.
muszę się skupić.
Oh, okay.
Gremed vir.
Fair enough.
Kerle espirsena a ekleit.
Alright. When I'm at the cusp of it, I want to know.
Wygląda jak łaźnia.
Ah, bathhouse. Yep.
Dijkstra. To on
Him.
są w jego łaźniach. Mogłem się tego domyślić.
Well, the jackass refused to help me, so maybe I should break his
Daleka
ankle.
Przeszłość. Jeśli mają Dijkstra, wszystko może się zdarzyć. Chodźmy.
Nie tak szybko. Ten pierwszy obraz. Co to było?
Nic, naprawdę.
Nie zbywaj mnie. Wiem, jak działa hydromancja. Obraz się pojawił, bo o tym pomyślałaś.
To król Tankred zaproponował mi posadę doradczyni na swoim dworze w Kowirze.
What did you say? You turned him down, of course. Hope you agreed. The house, what was that? You know what? I'm gonna go with a neutral response. What did you say? I'm not gonna assume anything.
Teraz rozumiem, dlaczego wspomniałaś o Kowirze, gdy byliśmy w latarni. Zgodziłaś się?
Tylko głupiec by odmówił. Tankred od początku był przychylny sprawie czarodziejów. To dzięki niemu ewakuacja była w ogóle możliwa. Teraz chce przywrócić Radę i Kapitułę, a ja mam stanąć na ich czele.
Let's see. Congratulations, you'll be great.
Zasłużyłaś na to. Tankred nie mógł podjąć lepszej decyzji.
Dziękuję. Mam nadzieję, że dam radę.
Na pewno. Pod twoimi rządami Rada wreszcie ma szansę stać się uczciwa i pomagać ludziom.
Yeah, she's a real sweetheart. King of Cover, what's his motive?
Tankred przybrał ciekawy front. Cała północ ruguje czarodziejów, a on zamierza odtworzyć Radę.
Czasy mamy niespokojne, a Tankred zdaje sobie sprawę, że czarodzieje to potężna siła. I że potrafimy okazać wdzięczność.
Ah, okay. So, Thin Ice is basically it. So, I should hold off on doing Thin Ice until the next live stream. because I want it to be its own event. I like doing that. I like it when I know when I'm about to end the live stream, when it's going into the climactic final moment. That way I can give it its own live stream. It just seems more proper, you know? What was that house?
Ale twoja wizja przedstawiała dom, a nie królewski dwór.
To dom, który czeka na nas w Pont-Vanis. Kiedy to wszystko się skończy, gdy pokonamy Gona, Ciri będzie bezpieczna, chcę, żebyśmy tam zamieszkali. Razem.
That's a nice thought. I can't say no to that. Of course.
Widzę, że wszystko dokładnie zaplanowałaś.
Nie podoba ci się to?
Podoba mi się i to bardzo.
He deserves a more peaceful life, probably more than anyone else in this game. He needs a break.
Potem opowiem ci o szczegółach. Teraz musimy iść po Filipę.
Racja.
Chodźmy.
Very well. Lead it on. Go to the bathhouse with Treese. That's gonna end well. Nice touch to highlight how short Treese
Mam
is.
nadzieję, że zdążymy. Że Dijkstra nie zrobi jej krzywdy.
To be fair, women tend to be shorter than men on average, so that's probably not quite so surprising.
Dijkstra nigdy jej nie wybaczył, że nasłała na niego zabójców, a Filipa jest na pewno bardzo osłabiona.
Ciągle jest potężną czarodziejką. Jeśli ludzie Dijkstry ściągną jej glimery, Filipa zabije ich i zdążą powiedzieć o kurwa.
I think it's even funnier how dwarves tend to look like badasses with their facial hair, but they tend to be really short. Like dwarf level.
Chyba nie
Well,
doceniają.
literally dwarfs.
Miałeś rację. Musiała odzyskać ludzką postać. Szybko. Silną magię. Musimy wejść do środka.
Yeah, probably. Let's get in there. What the hell's going on here?
Nigdy stąd nie wyjdziesz! Cholerni idioci! Za nią!
My się tym zajmiemy.
A co to, to nie! Czarodziejka zostaje tutaj!
Treese goes with me.
Idziemy razem.
Nie ma mowy.
Daj spokój, Geralt. Zostanę. Na wypadek, gdyby tędy uciekała.
Dobrze, zaraz wracam.
I was just saying it's funnier. Because dwarves tend to be real badasses, like in Lord of the Rings. But it's funny how they've got such badass appearances and yet they're so small. I guess you know what they say about big things coming in small packages, huh? What the hell? Okay, I guess I'll have to.
Zaraza rzuciła na nich urok.
Oh, great. His henchmen are being brainwashed, aren't they? Sorry, boys. Wait a minute. Can't I just do this? Can't I just counter mind control them? Evidently not. I have no choice. Shit. And they're about to kill me because they're boxing me in like jackasses. Oh, you fuckers. These fuckers boxed me in. Come on. I'm sorry to be cursing this soon in, but those bastards, they boxed me in. What a couple of cheap twats. I was just trying to reverse mind control them, you know, maybe with the possibility of them being saved, but nope. I don't even care if they die now. I'm going for the kill next time. Yeah, I should have known it wouldn't work. Didn't think they'd frickin' box me in, though. Seriously, douche move, man. Douche move. Come on, it shouldn't take that long to load. All the environment is there. You should just have to move the actors back or something. You do not have to load that much. Unless you literally just refresh everything, just for the hell of it.
Zaraza rzuciła na nich urok.
Okay, going for the kill. I gave you a chance. You blew it. You blew it. I'm not taking any mercy this time. You think just because you're his henchman, I'm gonna go easy on you? You go, you bastard. This is what it looks like when I get serious. Mother fricker. I guess she isn't on our side. Should have known as much. How about this? Here you go, bitch. You understand that shield isn't going to protect you, right? You know what? Screw this. I got a better idea. Evidently, this is really good against opponents with shields. And it's true. Axie may not work, but this works a delight. Not you too. Use Axie.
Zaraza na niego też rzuciła urok.
I want to help her.
Jest ranna, widziałeś? Chcę jej pomóc.
Kazała nikogo nie puszczać. I Bart nie puści.
What if I use a Witcher mind trick?
Obiecał.
Bolał cię kiedyś brzuch?
Bolał, jak Bart zjadł starego utopca.
Ją wszystko boli tak, jakby zjadła 100 starych utopców.
Bart nie chce. Po utopcu boli bardzo.
Przepuść mnie, to jej pomogę.
Bart puści. Wiedźmak pomoże.
I hate to say it, but this is probably the one time where it's a good thing he's not very smart. You can trick him pretty easily. Well, at least he's not lying. I'm not here to kill you. Don't you see that?
Nie chcę ci zrobić krzywdy.
I'm here with Trees.
Chcę ci pomóc.
Wybacz, ale jakoś ci nie wierzę.
Don't attack. Oh, come on. Not even gonna try to do this the easy way? Blindingly obvious. Crap. How about some of this? Oh, just being near it causes damage. That's not good. Here you go, you jackass. Ah, crap. Windows is acting all screwed up. Hold on a second. The taskbar suddenly popped up on me. Don't know what the hell that was all about. Let's just go ahead and automatically hide it. There. Did not expect that. Good thing he's actually pretty weak. Even if I take constant damage while I'm fighting him, I should be okay. How about some superior swallowing? And of course she's aiding it too. Here, throw some at me, you bitch. Damn. At least it shows where her attacks are gonna be. So that's pretty good. Damn it. Damn it! being near him is a constant source of damage, but on the plus side, using Quinn is a constant source of healing. So that's one plus side. It's a flip side to that. Look at that, my health just gets restored really quickly. I love that. Alright, come on, you big guy. You big bastard. I just gotta cut you down before I get cut down by your fire. No problem. Easy mode, right? Oh, shit. Almost died there. Should probably be more careful, huh? Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus. Wow, it's a good thing he died just then. I probably wouldn't have been able to survive another shot. You know I don't want to hurt you. You're not leaving me much of a choice, are you? Do you want to be next? You idiot.
Przestań wierzgać. Gdybym chciał cię zabić, dawno już byś nie żyła.
Czego chcesz? Pastwić się nade mną? Patrzeć, jak robią to inni?
Potrzebuję twojej pomocy.
She really is stupid, isn't she? Geralt is an anti-mage.
Jeśli mnie oszukasz...
Nie mam takiego zamiaru. Na zewnątrz czeka Tris. Wszystko ci wyjaśnię.
Triss should have been there too. Might have made her calm down a little. Might have made her realize, oh, Geralt isn't out to get mages. He's friends with one.
Przykro mi, ale ta pani idzie ze mną.
Dijkstra, zejdź mi z drogi. Nie mam na to czasu.
I'm breaking his ankle.
Nie mam, Geralt, ale z Phil mamy sobie do pogadania. Pamiętasz, jak nasłałaś na mnie zabójców? Kochana Phil, to był błąd. Takie sprawy załatwia się osobiście. I zaraz ci to zademonstruję.
Back off before this ends badly.
Lubię cię, Dijkstra. Nie zmuszaj mnie, żebym zrobił ci krzywdę.
Zachowaj swoje groźby dla portowych zbirów. Na mnie nie robią wrażenia. Filipa idzie ze mną i odpowie za wszystkie uprzejmości.
All right, I won't make it a threat. Shove him aside forcefully.
Wybacz, nie mogę.
Screw it.
Nie, tylko nie noga!
Not gonna lie, Big C, that was pretty satisfying. Also, good to see you, Elisera.
Witaj, Tris.
Filipa, nic ci nie jest?
Bywało lepiej.
Zaraz cię stąd zabiorę.
Maybe Gary.
Sobie?
Tak, dzięki za pomoc.
I don't think he can deny he deserved it, though. You know what I mean? Well, it's good to know that Triss can also do that. Ooh, level 29. Now we're talking. I have no idea, Elisera. But how are you doing? Quinn discharge, baby. Now that is amazing. Wave them hands, everything will happen. What do you expect? It's medieval fantasy. Yeah, he was asking for it. And he's kind of an asshole. Oh, just because I didn't give him back his accountant or whatever, he didn't want to help me against the wild hunt. So why should I care about him? He's just a big ol' hunt. What, can't you be creative in a fantasy game animation-wise? You know, there is a good and a bad way to be creative. If you do something for the sake of being creative, that's how you get Star Trek Discovery. Do you want that kind of creativity, man? That's all I'm saying. If you're creative for the sake of being creative, that leads down bad roads. Sometimes it's better to go with the tried and true. Because if you try to get creative, it can screw up badly. I'm just saying. Maybe you think it's worth the risk. Some people probably don't. Ah, oops. What the hell? I swear, it's like the dots changed direction all of a sudden. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. De facto term for what you're looking for, actually, but you were close enough. It's called art for the sake of art. There's no creative for the sake of being creative. Because there are some idiots like, I hate to say it, Rian Johnson with The Last Jedi. He shows what happens when you're just being artsy for the sake of being artsy, just for the sake of quote-unquote being different. Not everything different is better. Is de facto term. I think there's even a wiki page about it. Fair enough, man. You get what I mean, though.
Geralt?
Co się stało?
Jeszcze nic, ale coś się kroi. Filipa i Margarita chcą ze mną rozmawiać.
What about?
Powiedziały o czym?
Nie, ale się domyślam. Założę się, że mają wobec mnie jakieś plany i właśnie chcą mi je łaskawie wyłożyć.
I heard that the best thing for Ciri is to encourage her independence. Does that mean that I should have her go on her own, or that I should go with her? Because she seems nervous, like she wants me to go with her, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's better to give her independence. What do you guys think? Well, especially Big C. Okay, tell her to go alone. That's what I figured. I just wasn't sure.
Nie ma się czego bać. Po prostu idź tam i wysłuchaj, co mają do powiedzenia.
A jeśli będą mnie chciały do czegoś zmusić?
Nie wierzę, żebyś im na to pozwoliła. Margaricie zawsze zależało tylko na rozwoju nauki, więc nie bój się, że zechce cię wciągnąć w politykę. Z Filipą będzie trudniej. Jest ostrym graczem, ale szanuje ludzi o własnych poglądach.
Somehow I doubt that, Alicera.
I stanowczo je odmówisz, na pewno to uszanuje.
Dzięki, Geralt.
No idź już i nie daj im za dużo czasu na ustalenie strategii.
If you've got a niche subject, you're not going to make it just suddenly more mainstream than the most mainstream. That just doesn't happen.
Jeśli mają ją traktować poważnie, nie mogę jej trzymać za rękę.
Słusznie, dobrze zrobiłeś.
She has to be able to spread her wings at some point. Discovery was just conceptually bad. Don't worry, she'll be fine.
Spokojnie, da sobie radę.
Rita nie zrobi jej krzywdy, ale Filipa potrafi być bezwzględna.
Ciri radziła sobie w trudniejszych sytuacjach.
Fakt, udało nam się wpoić jej kilka zasad i umiejętności.
Then it was never niche.
Zgadza się, więc nie ma czego się bać.
They just never realized how much they wanted it.
Racja.
I know what you're doing. You're basically saying they'll never know what they want. They don't know what they want yet. You'll have to show them what they want. But that doesn't really... That's not going to work with something that's a niche concept to begin with, like what you suggested. Finally thought you didn't have the gall. Expected as much. Expected as much.
Wiedziałem, że nie wytrzymasz.
Przyganiał kocioł garnkowi. Dobrze widziałam, że też cię korci.
Ale to ty dopadłaś do drzwi.
I przynajmniej widzę, co się dzieje.
What do you see?
Co widzisz?
Filipa peroruje. Ciri chodzi od ściany do ściany. Zatrzymała się. Coś mówi. Filipa blednie.
Bravo, Ciri. Let's compliment her.
Pewnie jej powiedziała do słuchu. Brawo, Ciri.
Cicho, wychodź. I co?
Podsłuchiwaliście?
Tak.
Nie.
She was.
Zmieniło.
If you want to be alone,
Jeśli chcesz pobyć chwilę sama, przetrawić to,
Przejdę się. Muszę ochłonąć.
pamiętaj, że mamy płynąć na Skellige, a Walach już czeka w porcie.
Pamiętam, niedługo przyjdę.
Mam nadzieję, że...
Nic jej nie będzie, jest twardsza niż nam się wydaje. Lepiej zajrzyj do Avallacha, podobno chciał cię widzieć.
No, not really. Are you disappointed, Ilisera? Were you hoping it would be that kind of game? Sorry, this isn't like a visual novel. Well, they're not BioWare, so... Okay, then. I don't know what that has anything to do with it.
Możemy to zrobić tutaj albo...
Of course, my Geralt is into Trice. Meet Avalok on the ship. Oh great, now it decides to show me white lines and they're behind me. Fun stuff. I swear it's as slow as a real-world GPS. Recalculating. Recalculating. Turn left 5 feet ago. Recalculating. And BioWare, you can have a go with a man, woman, 2 men, 2 women, an elephant, and a rock. Duke Nukem Forever was better not ever finished at all. I think it would have been better if they had actually made it like a Duke Nukem game instead of... I don't even know what they were trying to make it like. It wasn't Duke Nukem. Whatever it was, whatever that is, it has an identity crisis. It's like they couldn't decide what they wanted to make it. They tried to make it old school horror and new school all at once. It doesn't mix. It really doesn't mix. There's romance in Ilisera, but it's not the main focus. Well, yeah. I romanticized Trice. I don't... You know what? I shouldn't regret it. Yennefer may seem better in hindsight, but maybe in some ways Trice is better too. She's the sweeter one. Sergeant Mark got a Z-Doom game on Steam, I think, last week. And what's that game?
Że możemy ci ufać.
Możecie.
A co z Fringillą?
Właśnie nie wiem. Muszę to wyjaśnić.
Jeszcze się dobrze nie przywitałyście, a już snujecie intrygi.
Widocznie taka już nasza natura.
Secured the amnesty? Really?
Dobrze usłyszałem? Namówiłaś cesarza, żeby darował im win?
Jeśli tylko pomogą nam obronić Ciri.
Trochę mi się nie chce wierzyć, że przystał na taki układ.
Jak nie chcesz, to nie wiesz. To twój problem.
Alrighty then, what was that bit about?
O co chodziło z Fringillą? Tris mówiła, że nie mogłyście się z nią skontaktować.
Być może dlatego, że siedzi skuta dwimerytem w lochu cesarza. Przynajmniej to właśnie sugerowała Rita.
Emperor hid that from you?
Rozumiem, że cesarz zapomniał ci o tym wspomnieć.
Nie podoba mi się to. Nie tak się umawialiśmy. Jak to wszystko się skończy, będę musiała odbyć z cesarzem szczerą rozmowę. Chodź, wszyscy już na nas czekają.
Hope this doesn't blow up in our face. Hunt down the Freemen more like hunt down the devs. Okay. I feel bad for anyone who's working on it. I'd like to hear from the devs and figure out just what the hell happened, because clearly it was mismanaged to hell and back. Whoever was in charge screwed up bad. Hello, Avalok.
Wszyscy już są, czekaliśmy tylko na ciebie. Wypływamy?
Go for it, elf man. Let's go.
Każ podnosić kotwicę.
Ooh, it's a pre-rendered cutscene. You can tell. I think the graphics actually got worse. Or at least that roof didn't look right. Looked like it was made out of plastic or something. What is she up to?
No to już wiemy, gdzie jest jego cesarska mość Emhyrfar Emreis.
Jak to chce podbić Skellige? Ale przecież wie, że tam są moi przyjaciele.
Chce ci ofiarować wyspy, razem z Cintrą i resztą cesarstwa.
Są też dobre strony tego wszystkiego.
Niby jakie?
Cesarz będzie musiał nam pomóc w walce z domem. I właśnie znaleźliśmy Fringillę Vigo.
This is quite an awkward silence, isn't it?
Pośpieszmy się z tym kamieniem słonecznym, bo widzę, że będziemy mieć co robić na Skellige.
Musimy też ściągnąć tu Fringillę Vigo.
3 horsemen that makes our eyes bleed. The Doomsday Engine DeviantArt and a PC with the MEMS virus. I think you mean that Doom remake, the Doom 4 remake. That's essentially just a Frankenstein's monster of stolen assets. Can you teleport me onto the Emperor's ship?
Możecie mnie teleportować na okręt Emchyra?
Bez szans. Ma silniejsze ekranowanie niż cesarska alkowa.
Możemy spróbować się przebić.
Fringilla jest nam potrzebna w jednym kawałku.
They know we're here?
Wiedzą, że tu jesteśmy?
Czarodziejem Hyra? Oczywiście.
Gdyby sprawa z Fringillą była załatwiona, mogliby nam ją tu po prostu wysłać na małej łódce.
Ale nie jest załatwiona. Cesarz obiecał zapewnić loży bezpieczeństwo, ale
Fringilla jest jego poddaną i formalnie dalej ciąży na niej wyrok śmierci za zdradę.
będziesz musiał sam się przekonać, jakie Emhyr ma względem niej plany. Kiedy już znajdziemy sposób, żeby cię przerzucić na cesarski okręt.
Get on the ship myself.
Sam się dostanę na okręt cesarza.
Pław? Z mieczami na plecach? Strażnicy ustrzelą cię jak kaczkę, zanim zdążysz wyrecytować biały płomień tańczący na kurhanach wrogów.
Nie
Got a better plan?
Poradzi sobie. Spróbuj podpłynąć tam nocą. Będziesz mieć większe szanse. A kiedy już tam dotrzesz, pokaż ten list jego cesarskiej mości. Może trzeba mu przypomnieć, co nam obiecał i co dostanie w zamian.
Don't even know what the Sunstone is.
Na razie nawet nie wiemy, czym jest ten kamień słoneczny.
Stworzono go, by lud wzgórz mógł przywołać okręty Enel. Teraz jest symbolem zaprzepaszczonej szansy na pojednanie dwóch ludów. Naprawdę nikt z was nie zna historii o Gelbanie i Dilian z Białych Okrętów?
I love elven legends. Let's hear it.
Opowiedz koniecznie. Uwielbiam elfie legendy.
Gelban był wiedzącym z ludu Olch, który zakochał się w elfce Ensid. Dilian jednak odrzuciła jego miłość.
Geralt chyba żartował.
Za późno. Nie zaszkodzi, jeśli się tego dowiecie. W dniu, gdy białe okręty miały wypłynąć, Gelban podarował jej kamień słoneczny. Wierzył, że gdy minie trochę czasu, serce Dilian zmięknie. Prosił ją, aby użyła kamienia, gdy za nim zatęskni, a on przybędzie, choćby oddzielały ich całe światy.
Brzmi dobrze. Wygląda na to, że nam ten kamień przyda się o wiele bardziej niż tej elfce.
I'm more interested in how to use it.
Bardziej mnie interesuje, czy będziemy w stanie użyć kamienia słonecznego.
Wy? Nie. Ja. Owszem.
Przy niewielkiej pomocy czarodziejek.
Z których część dalej żyga pod pokładem, a jedna jest nieuchwytna.
We're sure the Sunstone's in Skellige?
Skąd wiadomo, że kamień jest na Skellige?
Z legend elfi. Jest przechowywany w miejscu, gdzie przed wiekami przybiły białe okręty.
Czyli na którejś z dziesiątek tutejszych wysp. No to świetnie.
Pomówię z myszoworem.
Who's up for a scavenger
Wiesz,
hunt?
gdzie go teraz szukać?
Zapytam o niego w porcie. Stoją tam drakary Kracha.
And I'm off.
Ruszam.
Powodzenia.
Thanks, Siri. You're so nice. Alrighty then. You cannot save your game right now, probably because it was auto-saving. Alrighty then, let's do it. Now I can save it on my own. Let's see, who... That's Cratch. There he is.
Wilku, widziałeś? Czarne psy próbują nas zastraszyć swoimi koślawymi krypami.
Widziałem. Gdzie myszowór?
U Lugosa. Ancrate na tronie ciągle go kole jak drzazga w życi. I teraz jak czarnych zobaczył, znowu mu się tym odbija. Druid pojechał rozmówić się z tym pustym łbem.
Dołączę do myszowora. Mam do niego sprawę.
To idź. A jak zobaczysz tego durnia Lugosa, to mu jeszcze powiedz... Albo nie. Druid wie, co gadać. Bywaj.
Likewise, sir. Let's do it. This ought to be fun. Sorry, man. You're kind of blocking the way. If you weren't blocking the way, I wouldn't have to slam into you twice. Same for you. How far away is this? Oh. It's on the other side of the island. Isn't that lovely? And there's... Well, I can get a little bit closer, but not that much closer. That's good, because that means I'll need Roach's assistance. Once I get to the fast travel and get as close as possible. Good thing it just showed up on the map, otherwise I would have been SOL. Fun stuff. Yep, I was right. There really isn't any closer way. Just gotta go here. Ah, fast travel. Witcher World problems when I'm complaining that I don't have a closer fast travel point. Alright, my magically teleporting horse. Come this way. Roach, what are you doing? I thought you hated climbing up slopes. Now all of a sudden you're all about it? I'm sure there's a less conspicuous way you could have done that. Oh well. Guess it can't be helped then, huh? Ah, yes. And at least going by horseback does give you another opportunity to appreciate this game's graphics, of which I will never get tired of praising because this game has beautiful graphics. Not just me, right? Oh, that was funny. I don't think she liked that very much. Oh well. Roach will have to suck it up. Ooh, nice stream. Hopefully some people watching will say the same about mine. What the hell? A holy site. Alrighty then. Let's just move on, shall we? Ooh, you actually see things pop in. I mean, that's going to be obvious, but I guess it wasn't entirely hidden. And there's a crap ton of enemies to my right. Maybe I shouldn't mess with them. Be a real shame to earn their ire. I don't want to get blood on my clothes. That stuff is hard to get out, you know. I mean, not that I would know, but, you know. A friend of a friend. Of a friend. Of a cousin of an aunt. Of a son. Might have said something about it. Let's say you're an American ambassador and you're meeting with a Canadian to schedule joint military drill. What? What are you going on about? Do you have a point to make, man? What the hell? It's like there's no way. But the Canadian ambassador also demands that you import wine from Canada for a price of wine that was rejected by Canadian regulations so they can't sell it. I mean, if your own regulations reject it, I mean, I'd be at least a little suspicious. I think that would kind of depend. I'd probably want to know what's in the wine that made it unsuitable for their regulations. I mean, if it was some stupid regulation and the wine is harmless, then Maybe. But I get the feeling it's not that simple, is it? Am I going the wrong way? Should I have taken a different path? I mean, the game's own GPS system told me to go this way. At least to an extent. And then all of a sudden it stopped. Trail went literally cold. What do? Do you tell the ambassador no even though you're risking national security? I mean, I'd want more information first. Wouldn't selling wine that could potentially hurt people, wouldn't that be a risk of national security too? I'd want to know what's in the wine first. You shouldn't go in blindly without such information. It's kind of important. You can always press people for information. Ah, so you can't get through this way. That's good. Don't fear anything, Roach. There's no further information. Obviously, he's blackmailing you. What do you do? If you tell him no, you're risking an issue with Canada. I'd tell him I'd have to think about it and then secretly contact the Prime Minister about it. How about that? Like, screw him over. Go behind his back. Alright, see you, Big C. When you get to the Quest Child of the Elder Blood, go with Seer to the lab, tell her to go for it, and when she gets angry, go with her to Giles' grave. Okay, thanks. Thanks for the tip, man. Frick. I don't know if I can go up this way. Okay, I can if I take the right path. You just gotta be smart about this. Don't go up the really heavy slopes if you can avoid it. There are gentler slopes around here. Which is good. 'Cause it seems like you gotta go up here. Unless you want to go all the way freaking around, and I do not want to do that. I think it's right there anyway. I guess you can tell him to be on hold. Obviously, it will pressure you because it will be obvious that you are going to consult. Well, I mean, if he's doing it behind the Prime Minister's back, all I'm saying is maybe the Prime Minister would want to know about it. Like, make it sound like you just need time to consider it. And then behind his back, talk to anyone you can. I mean, if he's going to try to screw you over, you can try to screw him over right back. Don't like that answer? Like maybe butter him up, make it sound like you are seriously considering it. In politics, everyone is trying to JAM the other. I don't know why you put a space between that. Do you think YouTube is going to remove the word jam? It's not like you said the R word. Now that's quite a slide. A backslide. Sorry, bad joke, right? Damn it. I didn't intend to slide that far. Oh, I've hit the rock bottom. Swordsman's boots. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. So I guess I found something good. Do you think games will ever get slope climbing correctly? Well, they can try. It seems slopes are always going to be a problem. It just seems like they arbitrarily decide in a binary system, okay, if slope is steeper than X degrees, then just automatically make you slide or something. At least that's what it seems to be. Well, at least I made it. I had to go around a little bit, but not as much as I feared I might have had to. Alrighty then, let's go talk to Ermion. There he is. Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy!
Rozumiesz? Wolisz się bratać z czarnymi?
Oh, it's him.
Bratam się z upiorami z samego Myrhogu, niż pozwolę, żeby Krach rządził całym Skellige. A co na to twoi ludzie? Pójdą za tobą, kiedy wszyscy jarlowie nazwą cię zdrajcą? Jesteś na mojej ziemi, druidzie, bacz na słowa.
What is it if not treason? Want to be king by the grace of Nilfgaard? I'm not sure how I should put this. You want to be king?
Chcesz być królem z Nilfgaardzkiego nadania?
Ujadasz, zanim zaczniesz kąsać? Krach przysłał cię po moją głowę? No to spróbuj ją sobie wziąć. Brać ich!
You might want to watch your tongue before I cut it off. Wow, he's actually helping me. Okay, you take care of him, I'll take care of his men. How about that? Little bitch. You really think you can get me just by swinging wildly like that? Pathetic. Oh, I see you took care of the main guy already. How convenient. He was pathetic. Too pathetic for words. Go on! Nice. He's hurting himself. Hey, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Oh, he glitched through the floor. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just delightful? I don't even have to finish him off. Oh. Wasn't that funny? He glitched through the freaking floor. That's hilarious. Don't mind me. Don't want to be stupid about this. Oh crap, more enemies? Come on. Come on. Pilfer the body already, damn it. What's wrong? You were happily doing it before. All of a sudden you ain't got a problem with it? You gonna take the moral high ground if you just did it? No, the game's just being stupid. Oh, lovely. Well, since I'm over encumbered, I may as well go for broke, right? Ow. Come here, Roach. I don't know how you managed to get in, but sure. You love when the game had druids in them, even though druids were wiped out by the Romans around the 2nd century AD, but okay. This is a game about mages and magic. You're really going to question that, dude? Literally, there is a ginger girl who disappeared via a portal in the middle of nowhere. And this is what you take issue with, man? You have interesting priorities. That's all I'm going to say. When a game has magical elements, you don't question anything. To make a quote from The Simpsons, whenever you notice something like that, a wizard did it. Okay, but in episode 34, wizard. Oh, for glaving out loud. Okay, let's go. Sorry, Roach, I'm a little heavier than normal, but I'm sure you can handle it, right? Hey, buddy! And you guys don't get enough of me, don't you? Or us, rather. Hey, stop hitting yourself. Oh, okay. Stop being hit by him, anyway. Yes, but wizards can be anyone, and druids did die out. What's your point? You can't just tell yourself, okay, this is a magical fantasy world, it's not going to conform to reality? You can't just say that? You think that with all the magic in it, it has to conform to reality in other ways? I mean, would you question the realism of the Wolfenstein games? How do you know? Maybe they became trees that are sleeping? Oh, you're hilarious. Is that what the tree people were in Lord of the Rings? Hey, buddy. I'm just gonna follow you. That's impressive that he goes almost as fast as... I mean, he goes a little faster than Roach's regular trotting speed. But I guess he's just doing it casually. Hey, you want to ride, man? You can hoist up on here if you want. Gary, you're the ones You're talking about the laughing ones in Vietnamese? I have no idea what that is. You've never heard of that meme, Gary?
Widzę, że żadna zawierucha na Skellige nie może się odbyć bez twojego udziału.
Wręcz przeciwnie.
Alright, hang on.
Chyba sporo mnie ominęło.
To dzięki tobie krew z krwi Kracha zasiada na tronie. Wywołałeś małą wojnę domową.
Z dawien dawna koronę Skellige zdobywało się przelewając krew. Od zwykłego uprawiania polityki różni się to tylko skalą. Jednak masakra podczas uczty w Kertrolde była czymś innym. Skutkiem rzezi było kolejne wiedźmińskie zlecenie. Zlecenie przerodziło się w śledztwo. Śledztwo, które w rezultacie dało wyspom Skellige nową królową.
Klan Drummond zaatakuje prędzej niż się spodziewaliśmy.
Myślałem, że Krach wysłał cię, żebyś wynegocjował porozumienie z Lugosem.
Porozumienie? Tylko Krach wierzył, że w tym momencie to jeszcze było możliwe.
Czyli tak naprawdę nie popsułem ci szyków.
Nie, tym razem nie. Śmierć Lugosa wiele zmieni. Jego kuzyn, który zostanie nowym jarlem, nie jest dobrym dowódcą. Ta wojna szybko się zacznie i szybko skończy. A ty po co wróciłeś na Skellige?
Ever heard of the Sunstone?
Wiesz coś o kamieniu słonecznym? Podobno według legend znajduje się na Skellige.
Najpierw maska Uroborosa, teraz kamień słoneczny. Potwory mogą spać spokojnie, skoro stałeś się poszukiwaczem skarbów. Nigdy nie interesowałem się elfami Ensid, ale może Skald Eyvind będzie mógł ci pomóc. Kiedyś opowiadał mi o jakiejś niedostępnej jaskini, czy może ruinach.
Gdzie go znajdę?
Dzisiaj pewnie w Arinbjorn. Możesz też zapytać poławiaczy pereł Matiasa Rybie Płuco i Erlinga. Ostatnio nurkują przy Cyplu nad zatoką od wschodu.
Fishlung?
Rybie płuco? Ciekawe.
Tak go nazywają, bo potrafi nurkować całymi godzinami. Nikt nie wie, jak to robi, ale ja mam swoje podejrzenia.
Widzę, że za nim nie przepadasz.
To nic osobistego. Jego ojca i dziadka też nie znosiły.
Thanks for your help.
Dzięki za pomoc.
Geralt, jeszcze jedno. Przodkowie Matiasa i Erlinga 100 lat temu opróżniliby to miejsce, gdyby nie strzegły go magiczne bariery. Weź ze sobą czarodziejkę, na pewno jakąś ze sobą przywiozłeś.
I brought a few.
Nawet kilka.
Niech nas bogowie mają w opiece.
I may have brought a few. Hopefully Treese is up for it. No offense to Yennefer, but Treese is definitely the far more agreeable of the two, you know? That is definitely one thing that Treese has over Yennefer. I like Yennefer, but she seems to be way too eager to start something, you know what I mean? That's not always a bad thing. She knows what's on her mind and she's itching to tell you about it, but sometimes that can be less than pleasant. At least Treese has the whole... Treese tends to be more nicer, you know? De facto, droids the same shifters come from, but okay, I will listen and believe. It's a magical fantasy, dude. I suppose next you're gonna complain because The Legend of Zelda has the main villain turn into a pig. Or because the main character in Twilight Princess turns into a wolf. How dare they not conform to reality? I've never seen a person transformed into a pig before. What kind of nonsense is this? I demand realism with my magical fantasies. Actually, the real story is that when the druids came to age, they would burn themselves in a dark ritual. Alrighty then. Well, I mean, if you really want to go extreme, Far Cry Primal tried to make a game based off of cavemen. And because they basically just had cave paintings to go on, they basically had to guess. Which means they probably got at least 85% of it completely wrong. If I had to guess. Fair enough. The closest thing I can think of to that is there's that stereotype that if an honorable Japanese warrior has committed something shameful, they will do seppuku. That's the closest thing I can think of to that.
Nie teraz.
Wypatrujesz nilfgaardzkiej floty?
Floty? A tak, coś mi tam mówili, zdaje się. Ale mam teraz ważniejsze rzeczy na głowie. Z moich obliczeń wynika, że to właśnie dziś mityczny biały wieloryb Gevorg nawiedzi wody Skellige.
Oh, you're funny, Neo. You're hilarious.
Czekałem na to całe życie.
I'm pretty sure you saw the live stream, didn't you? What's this whale?
Co to za wieloryb?
Was this a reference to
Ma się
Moby Dick?
pojawić, gdy upiory zstąpią z nieba między fale. Wąż obudzi gniew morza, a lodowy potwór pożre wyspę. Będę pierwszym bardem, który ułoży o nim pieśń.
Legendy nie mówiły nic o przekleństwie Czarnego Słońca?
Czarnego słońca? Nie mam pojęcia, o co ci chodzi.
Nieważne.
I'll watch for Grevorg with you.
Będę go wypatrywał razem z tobą, tylko powiedz mi, co wiesz o elfich ruinach na Skellige.
Apparently the ending of The Witcher 3 is coming soon, actually. When Big C was in here, he said that if I had
Komu nie udało się dostać?
rushed it, I could have gotten to the final battle before this live stream is over.
Dawno by ją splądrowali, jak wszystkie pozostałe.
Of course, I'm not going to do that. If there's a final battle...
Ej, Windzie!
Tak?
Ja...
There he is.
Chciałem cię zapewnić, że zamierzam obejrzeć tę jaskinię wyłącznie w celach naukowych.
Naukowych?
Gathering material for an adventure novel.
Zbieram materiał na powieść przygodową.
Chcesz pisać o przybyciu białych okrętów? Wyborny pomysł. Mógłbyś wykorzystać moje tłumaczenie pieśni o Gelbanie i Dilian.
Bardzo
I know.
chętnie, no więc gdzie
I actually thought the same thing.
Musisz popłynąć na wschód od Kertrolde. Do jaskini dostaniesz się od strony
Once they
morza.
stopped talking, I was about to say, when did this game become produced by Telltale?
Pojawi
Because they're
się
suddenly
dzisiaj
giving me a
na
limited
pewno.
option, a limited window to answer. Mash the Q button to save Lee. Okay, man. But yeah, apparently The Witcher 3 is almost over, so... Once I do finish it, and I might finish it in the next live stream, from what I've been told, I'll start Dark Souls 3 again. People voted that they wanted to see me do it from scratch, so I'll do it from scratch with the Knight, because apparently the Knight is the most noob-friendly class, which is good for me. I'm going to need every advantage I can get if I'm going to survive that game. It's probably because I didn't necessarily go with the right options the first time around. I made it harder on myself. I barely made it past that freaking Crystal Sage. Dude, starting kit only matters for like the first 2 hours. It still matters though. I have to imagine that if you pick the wrong one and you don't invest in the right skill points, that it'll screw you over. Because I was mostly going for dexterity due to that damn sword, but apparently you're supposed to go for strength. And apparently the Knight actually gets a shield that is extremely good at blocking damage. So it should at least help me. That's all I'm saying. Even if it doesn't help for an extended period, it should help long enough to get me started. Make it a little easier. Because with the warrior, I still managed to get past the Crystal Sage, even if I didn't know what to do after that. And I decided to take a break. Because I'll admit the game got me a little too pissed off. It got me a little fired up, that's all I gotta say. I'll try not to let that happen again. Yeah, they're going for the Diablo 2 way, which does give the game replay value like crazy. Invest in something you don't know, grind 10 hours, restart and try again with a new skill, grind another 10. Well, I think that's stupid. I think a game that does that is kind of screwed up in a way. Because that's basically well, screw you for making your own choices. We're just going to say that there are right and wrong choices, but we're not going to tell you what they are until it's too late. Kind of stupid. Honestly, I think that's kind of stupid. But that's just me. Maybe some people disagree, maybe some people are into that, not me. It's not that I'm against challenge. I'm against bullshit challenge that wastes your time. You know? Hey man, people still play Diablo 2 20 years afterward. I do, and I'm not the only one. To be fair, Diablo 2 did give you that update where you can reset your skills if you needed it. And remember, if you'll recall, when I was getting stuck on that one guy, I forgot his name. Frick. Duriel, I think his name was. Holy Freeze guy. When I was stuck on that bastard, I had to basically reset all my skill points because the ones that I had weren't cutting it. Okay, 2013, that's pretty good. At least that meant that more new players could have a bit of an easier time because, in my personal opinion, getting that far in the game and then realizing that you invested in the wrong stuff, I think that's stupid. That's a waste of the player's time. I don't think that the difficulty should come from being slapped so hard that you basically have to go through hours of the game just because you screwed up. Maybe that's just me. I don't think the game should be that punishing. I don't like wasting hours just because I did the wrong thing and I didn't even know it. At least the game should make it a little more obvious if it's going to do something like that. Like, make the game practically slap you in the face and say, hey, dumbass, you did something stupid. Dude, we played hardcore online. If you die, your character gets deleted, and we loved it. Well, see, here's the thing. That's what Doom 2016 does also. It has Ultra Nightmare. In fact, a lot of games are doing that now. A lot of games are actually following that route with a hardcore mode where if you die once, it's over. Doom 2016 did it. Doom Eternal did it. Zombie U did it. Well, it's just called Zombie now that they've ported to other systems, but you know what I mean. Minecraft obviously has it. Minecraft may be the cruelest one to have it. Because with Minecraft, you could probably sink tons of time into it. I would hate to invest much time doing anything in hardcore mode. Because basically, it's not that a creeper comes by and blows up a lot of it, it's that you literally lose all of it. You're done. No more. Now they need a difficulty where you die in the game, you die in real life. What, the Sword Art Online difficulty? As long as we're rewarding people for hardcore by upping some stats or higher RNG chance to get stuff. Maybe. But that's the thing. No. All I'm saying is that I'm not a big fan of a game where it doesn't tell you if you're doing something stupid. It just waits until hours later and it says, by the way, you shouldn't have done that thing that you did hours ago. How dare you? I think that's bullshit. Maybe I'm alone on that. Maybe I'm just being a bitch. All I'm saying is, not a big fan. I think if you do something stupid, the game should call you out on it right away. And you shouldn't waste your time like that. Is that unreasonable? I mean, feel free to disagree with me, man. I guess if you're going into hardcore mode and it does that, then that makes more sense, because at least you know what you're getting yourself into. As long as that isn't the default state of the game. And I hate to say it, but with Dark Souls 3, that's basically the default state of the game. Well, Diablo 2 could get away with it, except that in Red Alert 2, there was nothing good in 2000 to 2001. Also, the game catalog was smaller. Oh, come on, man. I think you're a little bit biased in saying that. There are lots of good games, just not games you like. Hell, Majora's Mask came out in 2000, I think. I love it. It's a good game. I mean, some people whine about the time travel mechanics, but if you know to use the Song of Diverted Time, which the Scarecrow actually teaches you if you didn't know it already, then you're good. It's very generous. I guess there was Quake / Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And like I said, there was Zelda Majora's Mask. I know you're not a fan of Zelda, but come on. It's still a good game. Most people would agree. Even people who aren't fans of Zelda would agree it's good. They tend to be good. Whatever. I can't force you to share my opinion, but you know. What the hell? Won't let me go back to the fast travel. That's weird. Like it just stopped working. Oh, you gotta look up at it. That's just weird. Yes, but we're talking about time sinkers. I got 2,000 hours into the game. I just named Red Alert 2, Diablo 2, Quake 3, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Well, if you want to go there, when do the Age of Empire games come out? I'm actually curious. I would look it up right now, but I'm currently live streaming, so I can't. When do the Age of Empires games come out? Because if you're going to name Red Alert 2, I'm going to name Age of Empires. You may not like it, but some people do. I liked Age of Empires. It had some very interesting scenarios. I don't know, but Age of Empires is baby RTS. Have you tried it on a hard difficulty? All I'm saying is the game will kick your ass hard if you aren't prepared for it. That freaking Babylon quest with a priest, if you don't have it on if you're not extremely aggressive about building your base on those higher difficulty settings, they will dive bomb you out of freaking nowhere. They'll suddenly send an axeman before you even have a chance. Oh, you played the Age of Empires Online, right? Is that it? Or did you play one of the first two, but in its multiplayer mode? I was just talking about the scenarios, like Age of Empires Rise of Rome. You play some of those scenarios at the hardest difficulty, they will bombard you constantly with warships and strong ground units and everything else before you even have a chance to build up your base properly. Trust me, they can be pretty damn hard. Unless you just book it. Unless you know immediately to sink every last bit of your resources right away into producing villagers ASAP. Unless you know what you're doing from the very beginning on those harder difficulty settings, you're going to get overwhelmed. It's not as easy as you think. But I'm sure you'll play it and you'll ace it because you seem to be good at that. And I suppose that, I guess it just depends on your skill setting. Because I consider Age of Empires to be a pretty challenging game. Even brutal at times. Just my opinion. Look at that. That has a lot of stuff over it. I should switch out. This, on the other hand, is inferior in just about every way, except one more armor, which isn't worth it. I think the game I invested the most time into was Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I'll give you that. It's definitely my favorite in the series. What the hell? For some reason, it's like it was glitching out. But yeah, I'll give you that. Return to Castle Wolfenstein is definitely great. We can agree on that. That's a great game. And TF2 replaced it. Yeah, we can agree on that too. TF2 is another great game. See, we can find common interests. Who says we can't? Is there a chest around here that I can just dump stuff into? Because there's some stuff that I do have that looks tempting, but I just don't want it in my inventory right now until I find a better use for it. You do have stash boxes, but I can never find them unless I just don't need them at the time. Sorry, buddy. But yeah. I'll admit, I like playing as Engineer. And not just because of his personality, although that does help a little bit. I like the Engineer's Texan personality. Return to Castle Wolfenstein Online had classes and objective-based maps, yes, like TF2 with 5 classes to choose from, such as Soldier, Engineer, Medic. So basically, I think you mean it was more like Team Fortress Classic. Which one of those came out first? I'm guessing Return to Castle Wolfenstein came out first, and then Team Fortress Classic came after it. I think you mean it was Team Fortress Classic before Team Fortress Classic came out. TF2 is obviously based off of TF1, hence the 2. I don't think it based itself directly on Return to Castle Wolfenstein, although the first one probably did. You probably noticed that the beta version looked more like Return to Castle Wolfenstein, in that it took itself extremely seriously. It was this realistic-looking war shooter. They decided, no, this is going nowhere. We better change this. And I think most people are glad they did, because that would have aged terribly. At least they gave it a lot more personality. I think that's one thing you can definitely say TF2 has over Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and especially the classic. Just the fact that it has so much more personality. Let's see. Interesting. That has 2 more attack power, but it's definitely not worth it. Into the box you go. Let's see. Huh. That's lesser in some ways, but it's higher in others. Oh well, into the box. I might want to get that later. Oh, jeez. Yeah, those are inferior overall. Let's just go ahead and change out this. Ooh, that actually looks really cool too. Not only just in most aspects it's better on a practicality standpoint, but the fact that it's black and red, it just looks more badass, you know? I like black and red. Anyone else? Anyone else like the color scheme of black and red? Maybe I'm a little biased in that regard just because the Phazon suit from Metroid Prime is what sort of helped push me into that. But it's a good color scheme, I think. Alright, I better go talk to Yennefer now. I think I've done enough preparation. But yeah. Ironically, I think what got me into the engineer for TF2. I'm glad you think so, Gary. Ironically, I think what got me into the TF2 engineer as a main is a video that was making fun of the gunslinger. Because the gunslinger is basically the ultimate reminder that engineer doesn't have to remain turtled behind his stuff. You can actually be engineer and actually get into the front lines and have fun. You don't have to turtle yourself. And the extra 25 hit points does help. And while he has a weaker sentry, it's also a lot easier to build, so in a way, it's actually better than the actual sentry if you're just looking to pop something down quickly and do some quick damage. Really, though, the level 3 sentry is mostly only good if you're on defensive. Like if you're on a payload map, or you're on a point defense map, something like that. Then I could see the traditional sentry being better, but if you're being aggressive, obviously you want the mini sentry, generally. Especially if you have to build it in a hurry. Like if you're the one pushing the cart, you might want a mini sentry. I mean, I guess you could use a Jag, but even that seems like it's more vulnerable. It encourages you to stay by it more. Don't know why I'm talking about TF2 so much. Hello, Yen.
Wybieracie się gdzieś?
Ciri mówi, że jest na Skellige miejsce, któremu powinniśmy się przyjrzeć. Najwyraźniej Awalach coś przed nami ukrywa.
Kiedy byliśmy razem na wyspach, Awalach wspominał coś o jakimś laboratorium. Miał się tam teleportować na chwilę, żeby coś zabrać i nie chciał mnie wziąć ze sobą. Dziwnie się wtedy zachowywał.
To chyba dosyć podejrzane, nie uważasz?
Make it too much of it, yes, sufficiently. Yeah, I'd say it's sufficiently suspicious.
Masz rację. No i co, chcecie po prostu się tam zakraść i pomyszkować?
Tak. Pójdziesz z nami?
No, dobrze. Gdzie to jest?
Na małej wyspie między Undvik a Spikerok.
Big C told me to go in with her
Właśnie się
and tell her to go
dowiedziałem,
for
że
something.
kamienia słonecznego powinniśmy szukać w grocie na Artskelik od strony morza. Będę tam potrzebował magicznego wsparcia.
Idźcie do tego laboratorium, a ja rozejrzę się na Artskelik. Dołączysz do mnie później.
Doprawdy? Filipa, przecież przed chwilą mówiłaś, że nie przyzwyczaiłaś się jeszcze do magicznej symulacji wzroku.
Tak mówiłam?
I was actually wondering if she was actually blind or if she was just wearing that for show. Apparently she can see through magic.
Jest irytująca. Chodź, Ciri.
Apparently I'm supposed to come in with her, but it didn't give me the chance. Ah, travel to the island where the laboratory is located. Fair enough. So I guess I gotta go by boat, huh? Yep. Or I could just fast travel to it. You know, that works too. I mean, there's a fast travel point right there that I already discovered. Isn't that nice? Huh? What isn't so nice is that the live stream quality is dipping. That's too bad. Sorry about the inevitable buffering you'll have to do. Sometimes I have to think of words there for a second. Sorry about all the buffering. I can't really help it when the connection starts screwing up. Sometimes it'll happen. Holy crap, it just went to 6. I hope it doesn't go to 0. Then I'll really be in trouble. Alright, let's do this. Well, thankfully I just did. It's a good thing I already had this island mapped out. You probably had to. Ah, look at this.
Skoro wejście jest tak dobrze zabezpieczone, na pewno znajdziemy tam coś ciekawego.
Jak chcesz zdjąć blokadę?
Inkluzja Atlana Kerka powinna zadziałać. Pamiętasz jeszcze to zaklęcie?
Pamiętam, jak mnie uczyłaś. I pomyśleć, że uważałam cię w tamtych czasach za apodyktyczną, zimną jędzę.
No, tylko mi się tu nie rozczulaj.
Well, okay then. Hello.
I co? Znalazłyście już coś stosownie obciążającego?
Póki co nie możemy otworzyć drzwi.
To skomplikowana magiczna blokada. Spróbujmy. Getarligen!
If there's a way I can help, let me know. I'm guessing I wouldn't do any good. Hey, buddy! Hello, friend. Hey. Hey, Golem. Hey, dumbass, come here. Oh. It did hurt him. Oh, shit. He's getting aggressive. Here you go, bitch. Go ahead and hurt yourself. You know the funny thing? Once you get into the final upgrade of this, since it hurts them when they take swings at you, you can basically just sit there the entire time and let them kill themselves. It's great. You know, if you wanted to be be like that. Oh shit. You know, if you wanted to be a dumbass and get rushed. Oh, you jackass. He tried to corner me. What a dick. Oh, what do you know? He had to rest for a second. How unfortunate for him, huh? Hey, stop hurting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Oh, he's trying to corner me again. What a dick. Screw this. Shit. It's a shame I can't flip like Siri can. That'd come in handy when you're getting cornered, you know? Shit. My timing could not have been worse. That, on the other hand, was perfect. Sorry about the low streaming quality. I'd do something about it if I wasn't currently fighting something, you know? Oh shit. You know what? Nothing I can do to him is going to be as effective as just letting him hit himself. Let his own damage be reflected back on him. It's amazing. I love it. Although there's actually a green next to his name, so he's actually quite a bit below me. That may explain why this is actually pretty easy. Even though I took a good amount of damage regardless. Well, I can't say it's that easy. Hello, bitch. Hey, you want to die? You know, I'm going to let him finish himself off. What do you guys think? Or Siri can do it. That works too. Well done, Siri. I was going to go for the badass being taken by your own petard kind of ending, but, you know, your way works too. We good now?
Przekonamy się, co tak naprawdę
Let's see what Avalek's really planning. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want him to die, but...
Całkiem tu przytulnie.
To o niczym nie świadczy. Rozejrzyjmy się.
I didn't want him to die, but he's still pretty shady.
Wredne grzebać mu w papierach.
Sama chciałaś tu przyjść, moja droga.
To chyba portret Ciri.
Nie, to nie ja. Nie ma blizny.
To na pewno ty. Dobrze uchwycone. Jesteś pewna, że Avalach interesuje się tobą tylko z powodu twoich zdolności?
Bardzo śmieszne.
Oh, yeah. He's hilarious, isn't he? Alright, let's look around. Ooh, what's this? Suspicious.
Czuję się, jakbym mu wszedł do sypialni.
Yeah, it's a hairbrush. That's suspicious. What is he up to with that hairbrush? Shady elf. Are you brushing your hair down here? Why does that look like the Truth Gate in Full Metal Alchemist? Anyone else ever seen Full Metal Alchemist? Because for some reason that's reminding me of the sort of tree branches that's on the Truth Gate on that. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch.
Starszej krwi od Lary Doren.
Aż do mnie. Nigdy nie pokazywałaś mi pełnej wersji. Nie wiedziałam, że Widemont z Edirn też był moim przodkiem. To ten, który miał zwyczaj karać swoje córki rozżarzonym pogrzebaczem, czy ten, który kazał oślepić własnego ojca?
Ten od córek. Pełnej wersji nawet ja nie znałam. Wygląda na to, że Avalach przebadał wszystkie linie genu Lary, nawet te, które my uznaliśmy za nieaktywne.
Let's look at his notes.
Przejrzyjmy jego notatki.
Bogowie! Pracował nad tym prawie 200 lat. To on jako pierwszy badał gen Lary. Falka. Tu są zapiski o Ciri, ale dopiero później robi się ciekawie. Próbował uzyskać podobną mieszankę genów jak u Ciri, ale z pominięciem ludzkiej...
What, he wanted to make an elven Ciri?
Co? Mam się tu rozejrzeć za wielkimi słojami z moim rodzeństwem?
Nie bądź głupia. Tak daleko nigdy nie udało mu się zajść. Wszystkie jego eksperymenty były nieudane. Jesteś wyjątkowa.
I dlatego mamy teraz na głowie dziki gon.
She's certainly one of a kind.
Może znajdziemy jeszcze coś ciekawego.
Yeah, let's. Something isn't right here. There's something suspicious going on around here.
Zwykłe lustro. Bardziej bym się spodziewał ukrytego portalu.
What are you planning with this mirror?
Elfy znają się na perfumach.
Why, you're looking at the mirror and using fragrances, of course. How much is Dio paying you to look at yourself in the mirror? Sorry, was that a bad joke? Who is that?
Jak udało wam się tu wejść?
We mean no harm.
Nie mamy złych zamiarów.
Nie obchodzi mnie, czego tu szukacie. Wynoście się stąd.
Still want them to leave?
Ty jesteś... Pamiętam cię z Tirnalia.
Niebywałe. Myślałam, że dla was wszystkie elfy wyglądają tak samo.
Jeśli szukasz Avalacha, tu go nie ma.
Wiem.
I przyszłaś tu mimo to? Chcesz go szpiegować? Nie dość się stara, żeby cię chronić za każdym razem, kiedy zrobisz coś głupiego?
A co ty możesz o tym wiedzieć?
Całkiem sporo. Dużo o tobie mówi.
Someone's got quite a mouth on her. For example?
Na przykład co?
Nie rozumiem, jak mógł dopatrzyć się w tobie rysów Lary. To tak jakby próbować pić wodę z brudnej kałuży. Ale domyślam się, że to mu jakoś ułatwia wypełnienie zadania.
Jakiego zadania?
Myślisz, że zadaje się z tobą dla przyjemności? Nawet mnie na twój widok robi się niedobrze.
Niesamowite, że takim jak ty ciągle się wydaje, że jesteście w czymkolwiek lepsi od ludzi.
Ona nie jest człowiekiem, tylko zwyrodniałym mieszańcem. To takie upokarzające, że musimy posługiwać się czymś takim.
Someone's the type to see you next Tuesday, if you know what I mean.
I co? Nie zmienisz tego. Niech robi swoje. To Avalach wreszcie będzie mógł się od niej uwolnić.
Skoro aż tak mnie nienawidzi, czemu nie powiedział mi tego w twarz?
Didn't actually believe her, did you?
Ciri, chyba jej nie uwierzyłaś. Przecież to jasne, że jest osobiście zaangażowana w sprawy.
No i co z tego? Jeśli tak mną gardzą, to niech dadzą mi spokój.
I hope he didn't say the wrong thing.
Ciri.
Boisz się, że zaraz tu wszystko porozwalam jak w Kermoren? Szkoda, że nie mogę tego zrobić na zawołanie, bo mam wielką ochotę.
Go for it. All right. He said I should tell her to go for it. Okay, I will. Is he trying to send her a message? Like, go ahead and start smashing stuff? Ah, oops! Finger slipped. Oh, this is great. Oh, I'm such a butterfingers! I really should watch where I'm going. Oh, whoops! Well, that'll take care of that gum under that table. I love how it looks like Yennefer is just silently judging them. You know, it'd be funny if it was like Golden Wind with Abakio drinking his wine, if she just started joining them. I think that'd be hilarious. Go for it. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Do it. That was fun, wasn't it? Oh, she's so happy. I love it.
No, teraz lepiej. Chodźmy stąd.
Do it for her, Yen. Even if you think they're being childish, it's making her happy. That's what matters, right? After all the crap Ciri has to go through, she deserves to be happy. Even if it involves a little destruction. You better be happy she's not smashing his face in. Oh look, it's raining. Isn't that nice? That help you feel a little better, princess?
Musimy od razu wracać na statek?
Chcesz tu coś jeszcze zobaczyć?
Nie tutaj, na Hindarsfjall. Poznałam w Lofoten takiego chłopaka z Kiala i chciałabym... O co chodzi?
Ciri. On nie żyje.
Dziki gon? Wszyscy? Nikt nie przeżył?
Skial zginął później.
Jesteś pewna, że to był on? Poznałaś go?
Byłam tam i widziałam jego ciało.
Ah, right.
Pójdziesz
Big
ze
C
mną
told
na
me to
jego
go to the grave. Well, I would have done it on my own
Chciałabym się
anyway.
chociaż pożegnać.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Pójdę z tobą.
Anyway, hello, Sarah. I think Team Fortress Classic derided itself off of Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Mogę.
Let's go, Ciri.
Ruszajmy.
Now, you have to admit, TF2 has far more style than either Return to Castle Wolfenstein or Team Fortress Classic. They were definitely in the right to change it. Because the way it was going, it wouldn't have lasted that long. It would have gotten old fast. I think the memorable characters really drives it up there.
Rozejrzyjmy
I know
się.
that's not the most important part of a game, but you know.
Dzięki, że przyszedłeś tu ze mną. Nie znoszę chodzić po cmentarzach. Zwłaszcza sama.
Let's look together.
Rozejrzyjmy się. Chodź.
Lasse syn Njorda. Olaf syn Ove. Inge, córka Trotnira. Cholera, nie ma go tu. Nie ma grobu Skiala. Geralt, nie wyjadę stąd, póki go nie pochowam. Pomyśl, co mogło stać się z ciałem.
Nie spalili go. Tak chowa się królów i bohaterów. No i wątpię, żeby zostawili go w ogrodzie.
Sukinsyn.
Co?
Tu pod wsią jest taki rów, gdzie wrzuca się owce padłe na pryszczyce. W nocy kraby objadają je do kości.
You think they dumped his body in there? The soldier had a rocket launcher that could kill all with AoE and friendly fire, but would take 3 seconds to charge, emit a loud noise, and would have 10 seconds cooldown. Fascinating. There he is. He deserves a proper grave. That's just shameful what they're doing to him. Like I said, though, you can't deny that one thing that gives TF2 the advantage is style. Not to mention, with all the weapons that you can choose from, it appeals to some playstyles.
To, co wy powinniście byli zrobić dawno temu. Grzebiemy Skiala.
Grzebiecie tchórza, wbrew temu, co postanowili starsi. Odejdźcie stąd! To wbrew prawu!
You would shame the dead? Quiet down.
Nie podnoś głosu, bo zaraz trzeba będzie kopać drugi grób.
Jak możecie go bronić?
Miejsce tchórza jest w rowie.
Skial uratował wam życie.
What a bunch of
To mnie
bastards.
szukał dziki gon. Gdyby Skial mnie wtedy nie wyprowadził. Z
Czego
Lofoten
niby
nic
upiory
by nie
miałyby
zostało.
chcieć od byle dziewki, która...
Nie jestem byle dziewką. A jeśli ktoś choćby tknie ten grób, przekonacie się o tym.
Oh, they are trying to piss her off, aren't they?
Jedyne, co starsi każą surowiej niż ucieczkę z pola bitwy, to niszczenie grobów. A to, co mówiłaś, nie wiem, prawda to czy nie, niech Skiala sądzą bogowie.
Fair enough, Ilisara. Do you think something like that would actually work with TF2, though? I can't imagine it would.
Dobrze, że tu przyjechaliśmy. Nawet nie wiesz, jak strasznie mnie to gryzło.
Przynajmniej nie będą go opluwać po śmierci.
What a bunch of assholes.
Zbierajmy się.
He didn't deserve that. Together.
Wracajmy na statek.
Don't you think that might complicate things a bit, Ilisara? Especially in casual mode? Have you ever known a team in casual mode to be well coordinated? Ever? Maybe in a very competitive environment, in some kind of personalized server maybe, but those allow mods, so you could just do that way. You could make one of those kinds of modes yourself, probably. But I seriously doubt on a public server that would ever fly, especially on casual. They would never coordinate. That's why some tactics only work on casual and some tactics only work in competitive. Sneak on the Emperor's flagship under cover of darkness. Let us go. Apparently when I reach thin ice, I'm close. I'm close to the end. This is the end. Oh right, I was supposed to be level 30, but I'm almost there. So, not too far off. Well, in the end, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was popular from 2000 to 2008 when TF2 came out. Ever wonder why that was? Like I said, TF2 has style going for it. That's why it survived all this time. You could probably have the best gameplay in the world, but if it's just dull, it's only going to be remembered for so long. No offense, but compared to TF2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, well, its multiplayer mode, I should clarify, would probably be seen as generic in comparison. That's probably why it wouldn't age as well. Return to Castle Wolfenstein also survived because it was open source. It wouldn't surprise me. That's why Doom survived this long. You can mod it any way you want. That's the game that popularized rocket/wall jumping. Could have sworn that was the original Quake, but I guess what the hell do I know, right? I guess rocket jumping just wasn't a thing until Return to Castle Wolfenstein just blew the lid off of people. Hell, it used the same game engine as Quake 3. I'm pretty sure Quake 3 popularized that in the multiplayer space long before Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I think you're giving it a little too much credit. But like I said, apparently, what do I know, right? Return to Castle Wolfenstein expanded on it like crazy. Compared to Quake 3? Are you saying Quake 3 didn't have expanded rocket jumping? Is that what you're telling me? Then again, hell. Team Fortress 2 has a rocket launcher and a sticky launcher specifically made for rocket jumping because they don't do any damage. Because that way it's meant to be a sort of training wheels kind of thing. Or if you want to do exclusively rocket jumping, I could probably see the point in that. If you never intended to use a rocket launcher ever. 500 maps dedicated for rocket/wall jumping in Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Well, you could argue that Team Fortress 2 expanded it even more. Because their challenge maps specifically for rocket jumping. And friendly fire was on by default, by the way. Why do you want friendly fire, though? Wouldn't that kind of be annoying? I mean, I kind of like that Team Fortress 2 doesn't have friendly fire. They probably... Well, probably one major reason they don't have friendly fire is so that you can spy check without risking your teammates, but still, I kind of like it better with friendly fire off. That way you can basically go gun-ho and you only have to worry about damaging yourself. I imagine that, especially with the chaotic nature of Team Fortress 2, not having friendly fire disabled would be even more of a pain in the ass. Number one reason for kicking people was team killing, and we loved it. You loved being kicked for team killing, huh? You loved being kicked out of matches? Okay, man. Whatever you say, buddy. What the hell? Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, shit. I probably should have checked the map. Sometimes I get tunnel vision and I don't see the bigger picture. Truth be told, friendly fire does add another element to the tactics. You can't just go wild. Now, what's wrong with going wild, man? You act like going wild in TF2 made it easy. Even without friendly fire, it manages to be pretty damn tough. Especially coordinating. And you can make whatever argument you want, but I mean, TF2 didn't need it. I think it's wacky enough on its own. Probably helps that it seems to have an even greater diversity of classes than it does. This isn't Quake, that's why you can't go wild, it's team-based. Okay, then. Sure, buddy. And I'm sure there's a niche for that, but you can't deny that there's a reason why TF2 is popular. What the hell? What the frick? Oh. Ah, smuggler's cash. Shit. I don't know how to look, do I? Being stupid about this. Probably because I'm getting distracted talking about Team Fortress 2. I'm not paying attention to the map. Or just anything, really. Okay. I should go to the Marlin Coast, take one of their boats, and then go over there. I mean, simple, right? Save the damn game, save the damn you piece of crap. Come on. Shite. I jumped over it into the ice-cold water below. Let's hurry up already. Bingo. There we go. Ouch. Alrighty then. It's time to use the cover of darkness. What the? Oh, crap.
Czekajcie, jestem...
That's bad. I'm not even in the light. Okay, come on, hurry up. I better just move it. Better gun it. Avoid their fire. Oh, shit. The boat's right over there. I hope my boat doesn't break. You can release the source code of a game, but God forbid people from using the assets. Yeah, what do you expect? You can't do that with the original Doom either. What, you want the whole game to just be ripped off? Is that what you want? Just without consequence? Ah, shit. They're really hammering me good, aren't they? Well, so much for sneaking on. Come on. So much for sneaking, huh? Okay, let's get in there. Or I guess I could go under it and try to. What, like with Free Doom? I mean, yeah, with Free Doom you can do it, but it's using your own assets. Can't you just do that? Can't you just take the source code and make your own assets? Wouldn't that work out so much better? I mean, they can't do shit about that. Just make the game functionally identical, but use your own assets. How is that tough? Okay, okay. You gotta use the anchor. Kind of funny how, despite the fact that they were shooting at me a few seconds ago, all of a sudden they're oblivious to my presence. I guess it's good that way. That way the mission doesn't fail the second you get spotted, which is almost certainly going to happen, but still. And they got me.
Co za przemiła niespodzianka.
Dziękuję za ciepłe powitanie, wasza wysokość.
Byłoby inne, gdybyś przyprowadził moją córkę. Gdzie ona jest?
I wonder what I should respond with. Zerrikania. I'm gonna respond with Zerrikania, I guess.
Zerikani chciała złapać trochę słońca.
Nie słynę z poczucia humoru, Geralt, ani cierpliwości. Jesteś
He's not falling for it, is he?
bo sądzisz, że nie zrobię ci teraz krzywdy. I masz rację. Tyle, że to się zmieni. Nie zawsze będziesz potrzebny i nietykalny. Ale dość o tym. Nie uprzedzajmy wydarzeń.
Oh, is that a threat?
Fringilli Vigo. Podobno obiecałeś Yennefer, że ją uwolnisz. Wiem, że jesteś teraz bardzo zajętym człowiekiem. Więc mam tu list, który powinien odświeżyć ci pamięć w kwestii loży.
Nawet uprzejme prośby Yennefer brzmią jak groźba. Zawsze mi się to w niej podobało. Dobrze. Niech będzie.
Ready to forgive them, truly?
Naprawdę jesteś gotów im wybaczyć? Amnestia za pomoc?
Dotrzymam umowy, którą zawarłem z Yennefer.
Nie odpowiedziałeś na moje pytanie.
Nie muszę.
Very well. I will accept that. Time for me to go.
Pora już na mnie.
Pierwszy raz się zgadzamy. Straż, przyprowadzić Fringilla Vigo. Możecie jej zdjąć obrączki z Dwimerytu.
I love how he's speaking softly and yet there are exclamation marks like he's screaming it.
Z tego, co słyszałem, nie muszę was sobie przedstawiać. Żegnam.
Fringilla. Długo się nie widzieliśmy. Reszta czarodziejek jest w Ginwell, przy Artskellig. Możemy wziąć łódź i...
Żygam już łudziami.
We could just take a portal. She can make portals, right? I mean, is she a mage? Yep. Let's portal it up.
Ja teleportami, ale niech ci będzie. Chodźmy.
Suck it up and go through the portal. That's what I thought. I don't get why he's against them. I'd love to go through a portal. I'd want to abuse the crap out of that. Like, oh, we're going 2 steps? Hey, could you portal me over there? Thanks. Maybe that's just me, though.
A gdzie Jennifer? Niedługo wróci. A wtedy na pewno będzie chciała z tobą porozmawiać. Nie wątpię.
Indeed. The more mages, the better. They're pretty tough. And tenacious, too, apparently. Meet Philippa in the Elven Ruins. Sounds fun.
Na co się gapi?
What's going on inside the portal? Even Doom 3 showed you what's going on inside the portal, which, by the way, the teleporting effect was an actual map. Do you want it to have to go through a big sequence every time you teleport? Don't you think that would be a little annoying after a while? Just like take 10 to 15 seconds warping every single time? Although I'm not sure if it did it the first time or not. I don't think it did, actually. Probably nothing happens. It seems like it just snaps you right there. In Doom 3 it was awesome. I mean, sure, if you enjoy the view of a large intestine, welcome to this horse's anus. Anyone who's seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force will know what I'm talking about. Hey, if you enjoy that sight, I mean, all power to you, man. Personally, I find it a little weird. But then again, what the hell do I know, right? Perhaps I shouldn't have gone this way. I'm thinking that that was a mistake. You know what this taught me? Just because it seems to be directly closer, that doesn't mean it's actually closer. Because there are barriers in the way, like mountains. It was actually a tunnel. You can load it. It's a model. I can send it to you in a blend file. Is that what it looks like, someone's intestine? That don't look like no tunnel. But sure, I guess I'll take your word for it. Damn it. I should not have gone this way. It's a mistake. It was probably meant to look like that. Obviously. It's trying to go with the whole horror theme. You know, be disturbing and visceral. That's the whole point. I mean, half of Doom 3 is about being as visceral and grotesque as possible. The other half is just being pitch black. When it's not pitch black, it's being visceral. Some might call that a try-hard horror game. Abandoned Sawmill. That's probably the closest that isn't covered by a mountain. Transition is somewhat seamless, but during the 5 seconds you traverse for it, you're actually being teleported to the beginning of it 3 times. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I think it would actually make more sense if the tunnel itself was... it had a moving texture or something. That probably would have been more sensible if rather than teleport you, it just moved itself. Well, then again, what do I know? I'd better just go. Apparently I'm getting close to the end. No, it didn't. You were the one who moved. I said it would make more sense if... You don't get what I'm saying, do you, man? I wasn't saying, no, you're lying. It's definitely the one that's moving. I said it would make more sense if it was the one that was moving. Do you not understand that, man? Do you not understand what I'm saying to you? I'm saying it would have made more sense. I'm saying the way they went about it just seems unnecessary. I mean, you're free to disagree if you want, but I never said otherwise. All I said was I think it would have made more sense. Gotta understand what I'm actually saying here, man. That's telling me to go off course again. It's gonna lead me down into the middle of a freaking mountain, isn't it? The hell levels had tons of scrolling textures over objects/models. Well, yeah, the original Doom did too. They really loved pulling that old They really loved pulling that old chestnut out. Just the wall of faces, and it just scrolled by to make it look like they're being sent someplace or something. It was fascinating. Of course, Doom Eternal has even more interesting souls of the damned in the decorative backgrounds. You can actually see husks of people inside cages as they're being supposedly shipped off to be tortured, and then later on you can see blue souls flying all around. Felt like a natural progression of that. Nice stream. Do I say that a lot? I don't care. What the hell? Come on, don't tell me. Okay. Better not be another freaking dead end. I swear. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I better just leave. See ya, boys. Don't mind me. Get the hell out, man. Geralt. Okay, can I slide down this without getting killed? Okay, good. I can slide down it. Whee! Sounds the best UI in a game today, and it was configurable. You could even make games inside the UI. Ah, shit. Thanks for the distraction. Really appreciate it. The art sign can put out fires, including burning foes set aflame with the Igni sign. How would putting them out help me? Shady. Well, TF2 had a good UI too, I'm just saying. I think it has a pretty good UI. You can even go with a minimalist UI if you want. It's not as explanatory. It loses more of the explanations for the HUD, so it's basically for the, if you're experienced enough that you already know what everything is. Okay, shit, come on, gotta be careful. I'm gonna die again if I'm not careful. Okay, come on. Let's try this again. I get the feeling I'm gonna die if I just carelessly do this. Shit, come on. Okay, I gotta hug the mountain as closely as I can. If I just try to jump down, that's gonna screw me over. HTML implementation that was prone to attacks, that's why they removed it. Okay. I better remember, Counter-Strike, you can hack people through the message of the day. Well, apparently bots can crash a server just by spamming enough. That's why Valve thought it would be a great idea to make free accounts incapable of sending messages. Fucking hell. Apparently, even with vocal commands, if their name had enough hacky letters in it, like enough squares in it, they could overload the server and make it crash just by doing the medic command. Personally, I think they would have been better off just not acknowledging overly long names. Wouldn't that have also helped? I mean, they could probably screw it up some other way. It's not message spamming, they're flooding the server with data. You get what I mean. They're spamming it with some kind of information that completely overflows it and causes the whole thing to crash. You understood immediately what I meant. I need to play semantics about it. There she is. Hello. You're gonna be a little nicer this time? Not try to send your minions after me? Oh, seriously, that wasn't very nice of you.
I co teraz? Planujesz wyhodować sobie nowe oczy jak Wilgefort? Gdy go zabijałem, proces nie był zakończony. I wyglądało to mocno makabrycznie, ale...
Jak rozumiem, skojarzenie z tym zwyrodnialcem było czysto przypadkowe.
Oczywiście. Słyszałem też o pewnym ślepym krasnoludzkim bogaczu z Mahakamu, który kazał sobie wprawić w oczodoły 2 wielkie rubiny.
Well then.
Dalej nic nie widział, ale ponoć prezentował. Słyszysz to?
A monster. A siren. Death from above. Oh, I like that name. Herman would like that name. Ah, Jesus Christ. Didn't expect to suddenly get dive bombed like this. Come on, you bitch. Oh, wait. Which sword is which again? I don't remember. Shit. Oh wait, it just told me which one it was which. 2 is the silver sword. Okay, just gotta remember that. 1 for people, 2 for monsters. Of course, I could just use the Quinn. Over 1 million per second of 5,000 characters. Well, I don't know how they do it, sir. Maybe you should ask them. All I know is that apparently with enough symbols in their name, they could send a vocalized command and crash a server. That's what I heard. And that's why new free accounts on Team Fortress 2 can no... Jesus Christ. Great, now my own. Speaking of server crashing, I wasn't broadcasting at all for that time, which means that my response to you probably wasn't even heard. All I gotta say is ask them, because all I heard... It's not exactly de facto for sirens to fly, but more like singing on a rock in the middle of the ocean. Anyway, like I was trying to say, apparently, if you have enough squares or some kind of symbol in your name, you can actually overload a server just by sending a vocal command, like sending a medic call. I know. The reason why that is because the connection is going to shit. Sorry, I can't help it. It'll just happen on its own. Let's see. Okay, come on. Improve this ability. Bingo. Wonder how many more of these quests that are left until the beginning of the ending of the game. I guess we'll see. I should at least complete this quest.
Po schodach. Zaraz je naprawię.
How nice of you. Of course, you could just teleport us up there, I'm just saying. You know, that works too. It's not as flashy, but it's probably more practical.
Gotowe.
Thanks.
Zauważyłam, że to całe napięcie między tobą, Yennefer i Tris bardzo źle wpływa na Cyrillę. Wy chyba naprawdę nie zdajecie sobie sprawy, jak to wygląda. Tris udaje starszą siostrzyczkę Ciri, ale tylko patrzy, jakby ci wskoczyć do łóżka. Ty i Yennefer bawicie się w rodziców.
Tak, więc jeśli chciałabyś się wcisnąć na 5, to ewidentnie nie ma już miejsca.
That's funny. Why don't you hit me? Big guy. You'll kill yourself in the process. Oh, what's wrong? Can't get a hit on me? I just have to smack your ass. Ow. Shit, come on. It's a bug that caused the crash unrelated to Unicode. I don't know what to tell you, man. All I know is that Valve... You probably know already that Valve isn't allowing new free accounts to use the chat functions anymore. Or at least, that's what it was. I heard they're probably going to reverse that before too long. It was basically just a bandage fix, but... Apparently it was enough to warrant that. They were somehow able to crash the server just through using the chat function. That's why Valve bothered doing that. Otherwise, that would just be stupid. Making it even more impossible for new players to coordinate with each other. They wouldn't do that for no reason. Shit, come on. Behind him. There you go, asshole. Oh, shit. He's got some good knockback, I'll give him that. Hey, asshole. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't do such a good job. He has a lot of downtime. Hit me. Go on. Bring my health back to full. I dare you. Holy shit. Well done. Because them's a lot harder. What's with her blindfold? Is it the Greek goddess Themis? Well, she's blind. Apparently she's using magic to be able to somewhat simulate eyesight, but apparently she's actually blind. I mean, I'm not sure if you were paying attention, you probably weren't, but when they were entering the cave, Geralt jokingly asked her if she was going to grow new eyes.
No i co teraz?
Wygląda na to, że wszystko będę musiała robić za ciebie. Widzisz tego strażnika, który wygląda jakby czekał na zapłatę?
Nie mam drobnych.
Chodzi o krew, o kup z krwi. Ten strażnik to Fialan, postać z elfiej legendy. Czy ty nic nie czytasz?
Sorry, I spend my time hunting down monsters, not reading books. Like I said. Also, by that logic, the Lady Justice
Zapraszam.
is the Greek goddess Themis too. Because she's also blindfolded. It's thematic. Because justice is supposed to be blind. It's not supposed to take into account the person. It's just supposed to be about justice.
Yennefer musi mieć naprawdę duży wpływ na cesarza, skoro zgodził się zapewnić bezpieczeństwo loży. Co o tym myślisz?
Co myślę? Chcesz mnie tak po prostu pociągnąć za język bez żadnego Geralt, zmęczyłam się, usiądźmy i porozmawiajmy?
Aż tak ci zależy na grze wstępnej?
Heh. Not excited to work with the Emperor?
Nie uśmiecha ci się współpraca z cesarzem.
Wręcz przeciwnie. Dotąd największym błędem loży było stawianie na słabych władców.
Imponuje ci, że Emhyr trzyma swoich czarodziejów tak krótko?
Yennefer ma rację, trzymając cię z dala od polityki. Nie zorientowałbyś się, skąd wieje wiatr, nawet gdybyś obsikał sobie spodnie.
Ah, that's crude. Hash it out with Yennefer.
Powinnaś porozmawiać z Yennefer. Widzę, że ciągle są między wami jakieś nierozwiązane sprawy.
Yennefer zawsze chodziła własnymi drogami. To naprawdę wzruszające, że teraz postanowiła zadbać o sprawy loży.
Jeśli jej nie ufasz, zawsze możesz odejść po pokonaniu dzikiego gonu.
You mean the air blast exploit that's incredibly easy to fix?
Albo wsadzić głowę do paszczy Zoigla. Dzięki, ale mam inne plany.
You want to know how to immediately fix it? When he's starting the flamethrower stream, if air blast equals true, air blast equals false. I'm just saying. Deal with M here is sorcerer's business.
Umowa z Emhyrem to wasza sprawa. Nie mnie powinnaś ciągnąć za język.
Czyli nic ci nie powiedziała. A co z jej osobistymi planami? Czyżby chciała w swoim czasie zostać doradczynią młodej, obiecującej cesarzowej?
Trzymaj się z daleka od Ciri.
Ona jest dorosła, Geralt. Ciągle zapominasz, że potrafi już sama decydować o sobie. To co? Idziemy?
Sure,
Nie
but
obawiasz,
unfortunately...
że powinieneś się przestać wreszcie wtrącać do życia Ciri?
Nie.
Przecież wiesz, że nie możesz nas wszystkich odgonić od niej mieczem jak watachy wilków.
Mogę i zrobię to, jeśli będzie trzeba.
Heh. That depends on if that's for Ciri's best interest. Anywho, I am going over my time limit here. I think I'm just going to end this here. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. I will check to see, but the next one might actually be my last. As promised, because that's the way the poll went, after I beat The Witcher 3, the next one will be Dark Souls 3. I'll give it my best shot. That's all I gotta say. At least I got a PlayStation 2 controller, well, a USB controller that's based on PS2. It has more buttons, more stuff. It might help, but we shall have to see. Obviously, the way things are looking right now, Xenoblade Chronicles is going to be my live stream on Monday since I beat Breath of the Wild. Of course, it could change, but I get the funny feeling it's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles, which is fine with me. I should probably take a little break from Zelda anyway. As much as I loved Breath of the Wild, and it's my favorite Zelda game right now, maybe I should go with something else. So maybe Xenoblade Chronicles is for the best. So whatever wins the poll, the poll will last until this Sunday, so you've got essentially 2 more days if you still wanted to vote in that. But anyway, if you want to watch more videos of me going through games just like this, I upload every single day, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Let's Plays, Eastern Standard Time. And of course I do news videos now, because I have an Xbox Kinect that I do motion capture with, and I was able to rig something up. So I do also do video game news Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can always subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to keep notified, and a like is obviously always appreciated. And that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like the tension between these two. And I will see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice and pleasant day.